What's up guys, JayFerGaming here and welcome to my review of the F1 2014 Belgium Grand Prix from Spa-Francorchamps. It was a pretty awesome race today and pretty controversial. I'm guessing you've heard what's gone on, most of you, and yeah, most of this could be talking about the Rosberg-Hamilton incident and what's been going on after the race. The race has been finished for about 3 hours, so I'm just hearing about, apparently Rosberg did it on purpose, but we'll start from the qualifying results. And actually before that, driver changes. Chilton was replaced by, what's his face, that American guy, I can't remember his name. That'll get back to me. I'll start with catering. Lotterick, this guy from Le Mans, came in for Kobayashi, and apparently he came in because he was better at driving in changeable conditions. He beat Ericsson in qualifying by a second, which isn't much of a big feat. But I still think Kobayashi should be a lot better, so that reason seems invalid, but his weekend obviously didn't finish too well. And Alex Rossi, that's the guy. He replaced Chilton for free practice 1, but I think Chilton brought in some more funding or something like that, so he's reinstated into the race. Qualifying, it was a wet qualifying, quite interesting, but most of the grid was pretty standard, apart from Hulkenberg, who was in 18th, and obviously the Mercs on the front row. So, race day, there was a threat of rain at the on Martin's grid walk that we were watching, and yeah, eventually no rain in the race, so it was a dry race. And from the start, Rosberg got a decent getaway, but Hamilton got a fantastic start, flying into first place. Vettel from third got a great start as well, and he really challenged for the lead, didn't he? First corner, got round Rosberg, was up to second, and he practically did what he did in the race last year when he flew past Hamilton, when he saved all his curves for the Kemmel Straight, and the toe there from the slipstream there is just crazy. You just fly past, and he did that again, but this time he messed it up. It kind of summed up his season, because last year we saw what happened. He flew through and just easily won the race. This year he went wide at the chicane, lost a position to Rosberg as well, and he was down to third. Alonso, who started fourth, had problems on the grid as his mechanics were still working on the car when there was that 15-second signal before all the personnel have to get off the grid, and he was given a 5-second stop-go penalty, which I was really surprised about. And yeah, on the Sky Sports coverage, Ted and Martin were going pretty crazy. I was surprised he didn't get a drive-through, to be fair, but that penalty did affect his race quite a lot, and yeah, it wasn't the best for him. So, moving on, the big incident was on lap 2 on the Kemmel Straight once again. Rosberg got a good run on Hamilton and went for a move around the outside into the chicane. He had a slight bit of his car side by side with Hamilton, and then Hamilton, at first I thought Hamilton cut across Rosberg, and the front wing of Rosberg, the end plate broke off, and that sliced Hamilton's tyre right open. Hamilton had to cruise around. Well, he was supposed to cruise around. He attempted flying around the track, which damaged his car quite a bit. Rosberg had loads of understeer, and it affected his first stint quite a bit. But Hamilton's race was pretty much over, and he was right at the back. But at the time, I thought it was Hamilton's fault mainly, because I thought Hamilton cut across. But after the race, I saw it once again, and Rosberg looks like he turns like 2 inputs on the steering wheel right twice, and the second one into Hamilton. I was starting to think, did he? But after the race, which I've actually just read, that Rosberg told Hamilton that he did it on purpose, and if you look at it again, you can kind of see that that's what happened. And yeah, I want Rosberg to win the championship, but that's not good at all. I'm not the biggest fan of Hamilton, but crashing into him on purpose, it's not good, is it? But yeah, that's only lap 2, and Vettel made a mistake. Ricciardo overtook him and just flew away and pretty much dominated the race. though Rosberg did close in on him in the final stint and finished 3 seconds behind. But yeah, it's not good for this season, but it does create controversy, which makes everything more exciting, and it's meaning this season is a lot more exciting than 2013, so the rule changes have been pretty positive overall. So now I might as well go through the results and say what happened to each driver. So Ricciardo, another win, third win of the season. What a fantastic... I just can't believe what a job he's doing. He's absolutely dominating Vettel, third in the championship. He's only 30 odd points behind Hamilton, which, considering Hamilton's car, is a great feat. Rosberg second was close. I think one more lap he would have got Ricciardo, but Ricciardo was quite quick on the final stint, even though he was on them tyres for quite a long time. And Rosberg, he's got a 29 point lead over Hamilton. So yeah, the incident's been positive, but surely something's going to come of this. Will he get a penalty? But he should, really. I don't know. So third place, another podium. His fourth podium of the season is Bottas. And he came from sixth, overtook quite a few cars because the Williams straight line speed was just suited to this track perfectly. And he just flew past some drivers, Alonso, Button, to name a few. And yeah, I'm surprised he finished 27 seconds behind Ricciardo though. I'm not sure where that gap appeared from. Ricciardo must have just flew away. But yeah, fourth was Raikkonen, and I'm really glad about that because my favourite team is Ferrari. I quite like Raikkonen, but his performances this season have been really poor. He showed some form in Hungary, finishing in sixth, but sixth place for next world champion is just not good enough. But Raikkonen's a bit of a specialist around Spa. He's won the race 4 times, and he really showed some great form this weekend. Qualified 6th if I'm not mistaken. Let's have a look. It was 8th. Oh wow, even better. But yeah, he got the undercut in the first pit stop, which pretty much got him into second or third, and it just went on from there. He didn't really get any traffic, but he made the final stint last quite a while on the hard tyres. He obviously lost a few positions, but he maintained the pace quite well, so good 12 points for him. And he beat Alonso for the first time this season. It's unbelievable, first time in 12 races. Is it 12 races? Yeah, I think it is. Vettel 5th. I don't know what to say. 4 times world champion is just having a shocker compared to his high standards. 2 mistakes today. Obviously going wide at the chicane when he tried to overtake Hamilton, lost a position to Rosberg as well. And then when he was running third round, what's the corner called? Puon, I think. The fast left-hander, which let Ricciardo through, and he effectively gave Ricciardo the win. Because he was backing up the likes of Bottas, the 2 Ferraris, and Vettel. Obviously, because he was in that group. But yeah, he's really uncharacteristic, his performances this season. Ricciardo's destroying him. The lead in the championship, I think he's got about 60 more points than Vettel, which is unbelievable. And he's obviously going to be beaten by a teammate for the first time in his career. Magnussen was 6th. I'm looking at 2 different websites here and they're telling me different results. Magnussen was 6th, but I'm sure I heard that he got a penalty. Ah yeah, these standings are up to date. Yeah, Magnussen finished 6th but was given a penalty of, I would say, 20 seconds. Yeah, because he only just beat Button. His defending, some of the defending was really good. The one where Alonso put his hand up in disgust, I don't see any problem with that one. I think it was the one on the Kemmel Straight when he pushed Alonso onto the grass. I think he took it a bit too far there, but Magnussen showed what he could do there, and he's not scared to mix it up with the big boys. So he ended up in 12th. Button was 6th, solid drive, getting the best out of the McLaren. Alonso 7th. The penalty really affected him because that meant he came out from his pit stop into traffic, and at the end when I think he just got annoyed with Magnussen, had a bit of a lunge at Vettel, lost part of his front wing, Button easily got past and he just gave up after that. So disappointing race for him. Perez was pretty anonymous, but more solid points for him. Kvyat in 9th, continuing his good performance this season, keeps finishing in 9th and 10th, so 2 more points for him. And it's just weird, he's going to be team leader next season for Toro Rosso, 20 years old, as Max Verstappen at 17 comes in. I'm not a fan of that, but we'll see what happens. It's gonna be really interesting to see that. Hulkenberg 10th, poor grid slot, got himself up to 12th after a few laps, but he couldn't really recover. But he only finished a second behind his teammates, so decent recovery there. Verne, after the news he's getting replaced by a 17-year-old, had a pretty average race, just finishing outside the points. Massa 13th. He's just getting totally outshone by Bottas this season, but apparently he had damage to his car, I think, or debris that was affecting him, and he finished miles behind. 48 seconds behind his teammate, wow, and the Sauber still with no points, and that's probably going to continue. And to round out the finishers was Chilton, Ericsson, Bianchi retired. Obviously we know Hamilton retired late on with him whinging and whatnot. Grosjean, Maldonado, and Lotteron is probably one and only race. It's going to be a short career for him. I think he lasted one lap, so it's a shame for him. Kobayashi probably will be back next race. So that was my quick review of the 2014 Belgium Grand Prix. Hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you do for updates, and leave a like. That would be really appreciated. And I'll catch you in my next review, which will be of the Italian Grand Prix in Monza. Goodbye.